Mastermind or not, death penalty. And already the conversation, I think, for some people has moved there, right? Whether or not they should pursue the death penalty, how that changes the contours of the case, and who in the hell they're going to find to defend this guy. Because the only way he gets a fair and just trial is if he has someone who passionately can argue that he was, in fact, not guilty.
Yeah, and there will be a public defender likely defending him. And one other interesting issue is that the federal law has a death penalty, especially for crimes committed like
Massachusetts does not.
But Massachusetts does not.
Right.
So how does that play? You know, will a jury in Massachusetts that otherwise would not be empowered to give someone the death penalty under state law be willing to give the death penalty to someone under federal law? That is another interesting bit of information that people have been talking about over the weekend.
And what is your take on it?
My take is that federal law they can. You know, but I'm not going to be sitting on a jury in Massachusetts. I have no idea what they're going to be doing.
But do you think the jury in Massachusetts can even make that decision given the amount of heat there is around this conversation? I mean, Laura Henri's call for blood is, I think, a call that you're going to see echoed widely.
Or Chuck Schumer's call for blood, even, that he did on the Sunday shows yesterday.
But this is a common thing, right? When we get scared, when there's a crisis, particularly when there's at least a ostensible threat of international terrorism, people then say, forget the Constitution. People say, forget rights. And in this case, these are U.S. citizens. I mean, I think that's the piece that scares me the most, that these are U.S. citizens who may have their rights stripped from them simply because we don't like what they did. And that's just not a good enough, it's not a compelling reason.
But of course, every day, U.S. citizens who are not terrorists, but just everyday criminals, murderers, et cetera, might not get Mirandized. In fact, that happens plenty of times and might get pushed with the death penalty.